Your Excellency, President Obiang Mbasago, Chairperson of the African Union, distinguished heads of state and government of the African Union, Prime Minister Meles Zenawi of Ethiopia, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, Dr. Zhang Ping, Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Excellencies, congratulations on this outstanding new AU building and beautiful hall. And my congratulations as well to the People's Republic of China for its generosity in helping to realize this great expression of friendship, and in particular to your guest of honor today, Mr. Jia Qinglin, Chairman of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference of the People's Republic of China. I think this deserves our warmest applause again. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this is much more than a conference center. It is another sign of rising Africa, a beating ground for African peace and prosperity for generations to come. Last week, we celebrated the opening of another office, much smaller in size. It too speaks to something larger. For the first time in 17 years, the UN Political Office for Somalia returned to Mogadishu, the fulfillment of a pledge I made during my recent visit to Somalia, the first by a UN Secretary General in a generation. After so long, after so much conflict and despair, this one modest office is a symbol, an unmistakable symbol of the struggle and sacrifice of all those who made it possible, most notably the brave soldiers of AMISOM. It is also a symbol of progress and commitment to Somalia's future. Above all, it is a symbol of our partnership, the United Nations and the African Union, united by hope and the promise of this mighty continent. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my 6th year in office and my 6th African Union Summit meeting. I believe in the power and potential of Africa, and I have made Africa a priority from day one. As I begin my second term as Secretary General of the United Nations, I thank you for your strong support. I carry it with an enormous sense of pride and responsibility. I salute your efforts to build African prosperity and grow intra-African trade. Our challenge is has proven to be an increasingly effective tool in standing against impunity, high drama, a global earthquake with Africa at the epicenter. It began in Côte d'Ivoire. We stood firm for democracy, supported by the AU and ECOWAS. Yet, let us speak plainly, there were differences in Côte d'Ivoire and in Libya. These were not differences of objectives or goals. Our partnership is anchored in shared values. These differences in operational and strategic approaches. This is natural, even to be expected among organizations with varied mandates and memberships. The question is how we manage those differences. We do it through dialogue, engagement, and collaboration. Ours is a vital strategic partnership. I'm committed to deepening our ties between the United Nations and African Union. And I emphasize that during this month's Security Council session on UN-AU cooperation. We have seen the fruits of this partnership in our work for peace in Darfur, in our common diplomatic efforts in Guinea, in our cooperation in Somalia. In dealing with the fallout from Libya in the Sahel, our combined efforts got off to a good start in the recently authorized mission to the region. Where there are differences, let us continue to find common ground for the future. For example, let us review how effectively and how quickly we are able to respond to crisis. Let us also examine how we deliver on our common responsibilities under United Nations mandate. South Sudan is twice the size of Germany, with less than 100 kilometers of paved roads. Our peacekeepers are doing all they can with what they have. Despite severe logistical constraints, particularly air transport, the mission succeeded in saving many lives during the recent crisis in Jonglei. Yet clearly, without air assets such as helicopters, we cannot do all that we must do to protect the people. Today, I appeal again to you and to all member states